Krystle, part of the business development team here at Travel Counsellors. On tonight's webinar, we will be speaking about our in-house system, Phenix. We will have an interview with Tracy Dodsworth, one of our Gold Travel Counsellors. Tracy will be speaking about Phenix and what the system does for her as a travel counsellor. We'll also be joined by Karen, who will be showing you a demonstration of Phenix and how simple and easy it is to use. And first up, we have an interview with Tracy Dodsworth, who was down in the Melbourne office the other day. We stole 5 minutes of her time. So sit back, relax, and enjoy listening to Tracy speak about our in-house wholesale system called Phenix. And I'm joined by Tracy, who has been with Travel Counsellors for just over 1 year. Tracy has already achieved gold status with us today. So what we're going to do today is have a chat to Tracy about our in-house wholesale system called Phenix, how she uses it, what she thinks, and just her general thoughts on it. So hi Tracy.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Thanks.
Lovely here.
Thanks for joining us.
That's all right.
So tell us about Phenix.
Phenix is our in-house, booking system, the same that you'd get with any major wholesaler, but it's our in-house one. And it's so easy to use. It's so user-friendly, and it really does, make it easy to be able to increase your margin.
And you came from a retail background prior to joining Travel Counsellors, is that right? Excellent.
Yes.
So you've used other wholesale systems before, such as
Qantas Holidays, Creative, Rosie's, Freestyle. There's so many of them. Yeah. There's so many of them. And it's nice actually because every single company has their own one. And you used to have to learn every single individual wholesaler's online booking system. It's really nice to be able to go to Phenix and it's consistent whether you're booking a hotel, whether you're booking attractions, whether you're booking car hire, whether you're booking cruise or booking flights. The way in which it's done is consistent through every single product that we sell, which makes it easy just to learn just the one thing.
Excellent. So in comparison to the other wholesale systems that you would use, you would say Phenix is just as easy and user-friendly to use?
Definitely, yeah. Definitely. I started with TC, and I actually started before I came down to Melbourne for induction, and I got a 1-day crash course. To be able to say I could use Phenix after 1 day as an operating system, to be able to go, I can actually book things on it in 1 day, is a huge thing because I'm not a techie person. So that's how easy it is. Yeah. I had 1 day's worth of training. I was making bookings the next day.
So in comparison to the other wholesale systems that you still have access to using, of course,
yeah.
What margins are you making when you do use Phenix compared to, I guess, your traditional wholesalers?
22% and higher.
So Tracy's margin sits between 18 and 20%, which is fantastic. Tracy is a gold TC, so she's earned gold in her first year. I know before you were just doing a little booking, and it was funny because we were just about to come in here. So do you want to just tell me about that booking and the comparison?
I suppose you really do need to work smarter rather than just working harder. So I had a booking, and it was just for 2 nights at a hotel in Hong Kong. So I went on to Creative and I quoted, I suppose, what is out there in the retail market. And I quoted it and I went, okay, well, that's what I need to now have a look at. I then turned around and went to Phenix to see what our rate was there. And because we self-wholesale, I'm getting the markup that what Creative would have, but I'm getting that in my pocket. So I'm actually getting a 24.66% margin for exactly the same product, exactly the same price, exactly the same thing of what I would have been booking through Creative as what I did in Phenix.
And how much commission did you earn by booking that through Phenix compared to booking that through Creative?
Over $200.
Fantastic.
More booking it through Phenix.
Excellent. So if people are thinking about joining Travel Counsellors and they're trying to get their head around Phenix, how would you describe it, I guess, in a nutshell? What exactly is Phenix? It's our in-house wholesale system.
In-house wholesale system, in-house booking system. So exactly. Just think of, Creative has one, Qantas Holidays has one, we have one, but we're the wholesaler as well. So there's no middleman. You do it yourself with the backup support from head office.
Excellent. That's true. And I know before you were even explaining to me, and I thought the way that you explained it to me was fantastic, how if you do book through a normal wholesaler, the normal commission is 12% and so on, and they're taking their cut. Can you just explain that again so people can get their head around how we are getting those net rates?
Yeah, I suppose so. So every wholesaler has to they have to make they have to make money. They're a business like everyone else, so they keep a cut of whatever it is that they have. So from what I know, in general, it's 50% of whatever they offer to us as an agent. So if you're getting 12% from Creative for a hotel in Asia, they're keeping at Creative 6%. So what we do is we self-wholesale. So we're getting that 6% plus the traditional 12%. So we're getting 18%. So that's how easy it is to get an 18% margin.
Fantastic. And I know
it's
before...
not rocket science.
Exactly. And you said 10 minutes worth of work was $200 in your pocket. And what did you compare that to? Who are you getting paid more than? A doctor.
A doctor. Paid more than a doctor for 10 minutes worth of work.
Thanks so much for coming in today, Tracy. That's been a great help.
You're welcome.
We hope that you have all understood Phenix a little bit better. Of course, we are here to answer your questions, so don't be afraid to call us. We'd love to explain it in further detail to you. Thanks so much, Tracy, letting us steal you away from everyone else for 5 minutes while you were down in the Melbourne office. We really appreciate your time, and we know how valuable Phenix is to you as a travel counsellor. And next up, we have Karen showing us around our in-house wholesale system called Phenix.
Today's demo is to show you a quick view of Phenix. Phenix is Travel Counsellors' internal wholesale system or dynamic packaging system, whereby our travel counsellors can search for flights, accommodation, transfers, car hire, cruise, attractions, all in one area. So just to give you a brief overview, what I might do is just show you how you would search for accommodation. The search function is really quick and easy. You put in the destination you're looking for. It all pre-populates as it's loaded into the system, indicating what dates you wish to put in for your customer's travel. Put number of rooms, children travelling with, etc. We do have a number of different filter searches that you can do, but what we suggest is that you put that on once the results have come through. So what that does is it searches all of the direct contracts we hold either with hotels or certain bed banks, as it's a live system. So it's doing a live availability check of any properties that are available or on request. So what that does is it'll bring back a number of different results for you. Within our system, we would grade the properties. So here you'll be able to see we've got the top would be recommended. So in order to be a recommended property, you need to be in the top 10 selling properties for that destination. Now that's looked at, how many times that property is booked in that destination by all of our 1,400 travel counsellors globally. Also, it will work off reviews. So as you can see here, we use an external company called Trust You Reviews, as well as our own internal reviews from customers that have stayed there. So if it is a destination that you're not familiar with, then what you're able to do is go off recommendations from your fellow travel professionals within Travel Counsellors. Also, we will be able to highlight which are the best sellers. So again, you'll probably find that these will be in the top 10 as well. And these would be the best selling properties in that location. You can filter then the results that come through by price, hotel name, hotel class, etc. But what we've got it here is by TC recommendation. Once you show the extended view, if you're wanting to look into the properties further, we've got some other information that you can then have a look at. So let's say, for instance, you're wanting to look at the Western. You could click onto the actual Western And once you have clicked on the name, it'll bring up further information for you to be able to look at. So description of the property. It'll also pull through any any photographs or videos, so you can have a look at that as well. It'll give you the exact address, so especially in Asia, where sometimes it can be a bit tricky in terms of hotels with same names or similar names. Also, you can have a look at the reviews, so you can actually see what people are saying about the property and see whether or not that's going to be suitable for your customers. If you're wanting to find out where the location is of the property, you're able to do that by show on map, which will then indicate exactly where this property is located in relation. Really great feature. You can zoom in to be able to see whether or not that's the right location. You can see nearby properties as well, and then the little ones there with ticks, those are other recommended properties nearby. If your customers are happy with that selection, quite easy, and perhaps they wanted to look at different room types, not just the lead-in room type, which is obviously pulled through as the first. What you could do is then select show all rooms, and what that will do is then bring through different room types at this property, also different board bases. So if your customers are looking for bed and breakfast, not just necessarily room only, it will give you all of your options available there. Go in, select the room that you're looking for. So say for instance they're just looking for a standard queen room only, you select the option that you want, and then what you can do is proceed. So at this stage now, it's not actually booking it. As I said, it is a live system. It will then give you the option of what you'd like to do. On this page, it'll give you any of the special errata, any of your conditions that you need to take note of before you actually make the booking. Within Phenix, the benefit of using our internal system is that as we're using direct with hotels or we're using bed banks, we are able to produce higher margins for the travel counsellors. So this is where we are competitive out there with net rates. They then can themselves manage what margin they wish to put onto the bookings. So if, for instance, you wanted to slightly round this up or increase it, you may do so at this stage. So obviously naming your own price, for instance. You just update that information, and that's what that's done there for you. So again, you've got the option to either book, and if you press book, that would then go through the process of actually making a live booking. Alternatively, what you can do is if you're just putting together a quotation for the customer, you're able then to add this to a quote, go in, add all of your other components such as air, transfers, attractions, so forth, and then send that all out as one quote to the customer. So what I've done is I've actually already put together a quote just to show you what we mean about sending out the information. So I'll go into one of the already, so these are all my inquiries that were sitting on that page, and that's how they would populate for yourself. So what we've done is go into this one here. So this one is just a Fiji quote. We've put some insurance on there. We've got a transfer and we've got accommodation. We don't have flights on this at this point. So once you've gone in and actually selected all of the information or all the components, what you can do is you can recheck the price and availability. If perhaps you did this quote, you went away and you wanted to ensure that nothing's changed. So prices are all still the same. Some of the deposits on the component have slightly changed, so that's just warning you there. But what you can do is, most important is obviously note that the prices haven't changed. So now if you're happy with everything at this stage, you can then email it out to the client. And what this will do is it will put it into a lovely quote with also an itinerary which shows the information about the properties. So we also have some lovely editable functions. So these will just have standard introductions. So if you wanted to go in there and you wanted to make it a little less formal, if it's a repeat customer, you might want to change their greeting to a familiar name if it's not their general name. So, that's all available there for you to be able to change. Also, what you can do as well is if you wanted to change the document theme, so say for instance it wasn't a beach but it was a city theme, then you could go in and select that. Anytime you make changes, you just press preview and that will show you what the quote looks like. So it gives you an idea of everything that's going out to your customers before you send it on to them. So as you can see, it comes through in beautiful documentation. It's all branded. It will have your introduction, all of your details on there, and then it'll give you the itinerary as you've booked it in the quote. It will then also, because we've selected to send the itinerary, will then also show some of the components. So for instance, we've just selected this one property here, so it's only bringing through the Sheraton, but it'll just bring through some lovely images and a description on the property for the customer. So if you're happy with that, all you would do then is just press send email, and what that will do is send that directly onto your customer. So once you've sent that off to your customer, if they then ring you up the following day, quite easy, and this is the perfect thing about the system now, is that you can go in and quite simply just press one button, which then books everything and drops it into Phenix Retail, which is our mid-office system, which would then create your invoices, receipts, and other documentation once it is booked. So as I said, quite simple. Fantastic. Happy to go ahead with this now. You would just press next. Again, it does the check just to ensure nothing's changed. And there you go. It's pulling your customers through from your contact center, which is already there. You would just find out how you did this booking. So it's a fantastic way for marketing, to repeat clients, see how many of your clients are coming back to you. You'd press next and go through the process of actually going ahead and booking it. Once you've put all the information in, press book, it then does the live booking for you, and as I said, drops that into the mid-office system, so you're not having to manually load that. So I hope that was useful for you. Just a very brief overview on Phenix with Travel Counsellors. As I said, we've got lots of other components in there. You're able to search flights, transfers, car hire, cruise, and attractions. So not just the accommodation. And that's for all destinations throughout the world. Wonderful. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks so much for that, Karen. That's really informative, and we can clearly see how great of a system Phenix is. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We hope that you enjoyed the show. As always, we are always available to answer any other questions that you might have. You can call us on 03 9034 7086, or you can email us at webinar@travelcounsellors.com.au. We would love to answer all of your questions and help you through this process, which we know can obviously be a big decision, but rest assured we are here to help you through that process. So please don't hesitate to contact us. Thanks everyone. Bye.